Hey, and welcome to the Real Results Show, where we feature real health coaches and health practitioners getting real results for their clients and themselves. I am your host, Piper Gibson, an FDN lead course counselor. And this week, we are going to be talking about fine-tuning fertility. So the word for this week is fertility. In the comments below, drop the word fertility, and we will send you a link to schedule with one of our course counselors who can answer all of your questions about the course. This week, we are talking to Jennifer Kelly. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? Welcome to the Real Results Show.
I'm great, Piper. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So let's talk a little bit about what prompted you to become an FDN.
So after my own health crisis, I went through 4 years of midwifery school, and I was really kind of a go-getter, super motivated person. I took 4 years to finish 5 years of midwifery school, which is a pretty amazing feat because there's a lot of hands-on, not sleeping very much during that time. And as you can imagine, 4 years of that really takes a toll on your health. I was not focusing on my health. I was more focused, of course, as a midwife or a student midwife on serving the families. So, going through my own health crisis, I actually never finished midwifery school because it brought me to my knees. So FDN was actually a blessing because I was able to heal myself at the root cause, which is what FDN is so great for, right?
Right. Awesome. So when did you graduate and how long did it take you to complete the course?
So I graduated in May of 2016, and it took me about 9 months to finish the course. I did it pretty slowly and took my time because I was healing myself at the same time. So I really took that time to internalize all that information, not just for my future clients, but to help me understand what was going on in my own body.
So what are you currently doing to build your practice? Do you have a plan in place? Are there things that you use to build your practice as an FDN?
Yeah, so I firmly believe that, using live videos, webinars, things like that, to build that know, like, and trust factor for your audience. I guess it depends on if you're working virtually or if you're working in person, but regardless, people need to know who you are, and they need to be able to resonate with you so they know that, you're their people, you're part of their tribe, and you understand them, and they can trust you to lead them to the goals that they're seeking. So the live video factor is huge, or even in person, weekend retreats and stuff like that. I love stuff like that.
I think that is a fantastic tip. And I think that's a lot of things that people are scared to get out there and do. But once you get over it, you really learn how to use it, and it really benefits what you are doing, especially as a health coach and an FDN. How has using lab testing and, of course, the FDN approach helped you solve your client cases?
So lab testing has really helped me uncover the hormone issues that my clients really struggle with. So things like PCOS, a lot of my clients have actually gone through failed IVF treatments. So their health problems are pretty deep set. And so, we've got systemic inflammation issues, which we all know can be a cause of a lot of different things. So being able to have that lab testing available can help me help them faster, right? So, and then having the DRESS protocol to be able to lay that foundation, it's really perfect for helping them regain and maintain their natural reproductive abilities.
Let's get a little bit deeper into that. Who is your ideal client? What kind of people are you currently working with, and how are you helping them?
Yeah, so my clients are busy professional women who, like me, were or are putting their career ahead of their health, right? So They're busy, they're motivated, they've got goals, they're laser focused on their goals, and their self, care and their health is on the back burner. It's not even part of their, their mindset. So, I help them be able to cultivate that emotional and physical environment that they need to have that happy, healthy pregnancy without having to use, medical interventions, drugs, stuff like that. So it's really helpful because I feel like people now, it's, infertility is such a huge deal. And there's so many people struggling with it right now that being able to offer them an alternative to help empower them to take charge of their own health, right? And understand that there's a root cause to what's going on in their body. A lot of people don't understand that. And I really didn't either until I went through FDN. So if I can help educate people and empower them to take charge of their health and regain their fertility, I mean, that's why I do this.
And I agree 100%. People really don't hear or know or learn about, and we may never know the root cause, but we can really help people to refine what is going on with their body. And people don't understand that. They're not told that, they're not taught that. And so as FDNs, we can really help to guide those people to get them back to where they need to be, that healed state. So
yeah,
I agree
absolutely.
with you 100%. So let's talk about the FDN community and how they have supported you in your endeavors or your business and everything that you have going on.
Yeah, so the Facebook groups are amazing. Everybody there is so supportive. If you've got questions, everybody's there to offer suggestions, help out. The mentors are amazing. And really the AFDNP program is pretty awesome. I'm a research geek. So taking the extra courses to be able to, increase my knowledge and be able to help my clients more has been actually pretty amazing. So I don't have to go elsewhere, because it's, even with fertility, it's not just hormones. It's not just inflammation. There's things, thyroid's a huge issue. SIBO is a huge issue. And so, having those AFDNP courses available to be able to, increase my knowledge and share that knowledge with my clients, because, honestly, there's not enough people out there teaching this stuff. And, they would have never guessed that was part of their fertility issues, right? So,
for those of you that are not functional diagnostic nutrition practitioners, or maybe you're health coaches or you are professional in the health space, AFDNP is the Association of Functional Diagnostic Nutrition Practitioners. It is a membership group where we provide tons of continuing education for FDNs and really help them to grow their knowledge and their business, their FDN businesses. So AFDNP is incredible, and it is exclusive to FDN. So definitely, if you are a health coach thinking about taking the course, check out AFDNP as well. Jennifer, tell us about how you work. Do you work full-time, part-time? Do you see people in person? Are you virtual? What are you doing out there in the world?
So I currently work part-time, and my clients are all over the world. So I've, it allows me to spread my time out and be able to accommodate my hours to clients that are in the UK and whatnot. So it works out for me in my lifestyle. And I like that about health coaching, is that I can really, I can do as much or as little as I want to. I can make as much money or as little money as I want to. If one month I want to take it easy because I got something personal going on, I can mark my calendar off. And, that's the awesome part about, being an entrepreneur and still being able to help people as an FDN.
What is the number one win for your clients? What is their ultimate win? And I'm sure you get super excited about it.
I think their number one win is realizing that they can actually regain their fertility. Because like I said earlier, most of my clients have been struggling with fertility issues for years. They've spent tens of thousands of dollars, sometimes even $50,000 on IVF treatments that have failed. And if you can imagine, put yourself in their shoes and imagine what's going on in their head when, you know, that failed IVF happens 3, 4, 5 times, and you really believe that IVF is the only way that you're going to be able to have your own baby, you know, and then maybe the next step is adoption. You know, being able to provide something as an alternative that also, I really honestly believe, prevents complications in pregnancy and labor and postpartum, because what I'm doing as an FDN is I'm building up that foundation, right? So we're building up their health, so their body has exactly what it needs to be able to grow that baby and have enough reserves for itself to be able to, you know, do that hard work and, you know, give to the baby to grow and be strong and healthy. So, you know, to me, it's, you know, going through IVF is kind of a forced thing. You're forcing your body to do something that it's not yet ready to do, right? It doesn't have all the building blocks that it needs. There's something going on that needs to be addressed before your body is ready to have a baby. So I feel like things like failed IVF, I feel like complications that occur during pregnancies and births and postpartum from IVF treatments, you know, they could be prevented with just some extra TLC before you even get pregnant.
All fantastic points. How can listeners get in touch with you if they are interested in your service? Do you have a website, social media? How can they reach you?
Absolutely. So you can reach me on my website at jenniferkellycoaching.com. I'm also on LinkedIn quite a bit, Jennifer Kelly Coaching, and Facebook at Jennifer Kelly Coaching. Make it easy.
Right. So do you have a number one tip or tool, resource, piece of information that you have learned from FDN that has made all the difference in maybe your personal health or the personal health of your clients, and really helping you to get results?
Yeah, and I think really going back to the basics, it's really understanding that your body has that innate ability to heal. It wants that homeostasis, right? So understanding that there is that root cause. There's something out there, which is why, you know, we're health detectives, right? So we're trying to find that root cause. What is it? What could it be? And how do we remove it? Or how do we add in something that's missing, right? So our environment, even the way, you know, from the time we were kids, you know, when I was a kid, I'm from the age where, you know, both parents were working, and, you know, there was a lot of frozen convenience foods. And so I remember growing up on frozen dinners often. So, you know, I essentially, you know, we've all been, unless our parents were, you know, understanding of the quality of food that promotes health, we have that underlying, you know, from when we were a kid, we have that underlying, you know, issue where that we're battling against. And if it just keeps going and going and going, then, you know, something's going to give somewhere. So I think the concept of root cause is very simple, which makes it kind of hard for people to believe that it's true almost, right?
Right.
Because I feel like people think that being healthy is hard.
Yes.
And it really isn't.
No.
It's not. As long as if you have the right information, and you have the right guidance, I honestly believe being healthy is much easier than being unhealthy, right? Eating a healthy diet is easier than eating packaged foods, because guess what? You're going to have more energy. You're going to get sick less, right? You're going to have less brain fog. You're going to be able to function better. You're going to have, you're going to be able to go to the gym, and you're going to be able to run around with your kids, and you're not going to have the issues that so many Americans have nowadays, right? Which is why what we're doing is so, so, so important, so that we can get the word out there that, hey, yes, there's a reason why this is going on. It's not because you have a deficiency in pharmaceutical drugs.
Right.
It's not because you have a deficiency in, some sort of surgery. And, I try to make that apparent with my clients too. It's like, you know what? I try not to switch topics too quickly here, but I feel like women get the brunt of this whole infertility thing, because even if it's a male factor issue, right? Even if, say, the woman's her hormones aren't, too off kilter, and maybe she's ovulating mostly on a regular basis, and maybe she's making enough progesterone to carry a baby. If, the male is the one that's bringing the fertility problems along, guess what? It's still the woman that has to go through the invasive procedures, right?
Yeah.
So, it's important for me to educate people on this root cause thing, because it makes it so much easier to deal with it. And you don't have to go through invasive procedures or take drugs or any of that stuff.
There's so much truth in what you're saying, because your body naturally wants to be healthy. It wants to be balanced. It wants to be in that state of homeostasis, and we really throw it off with all the things that we put in it and surround ourselves with. So, what you're saying is, just so true and so valid on so many levels. There are a lot of people out there watching right now, and do you have a piece of advice that you'd like to share with other health coaches and professionals?
Yeah, so I want to just say that people really need your help a lot. When I first started as an FDN, I had some massive, massive issues being in front of the camera. I had massive issues presenting myself as a health coach, because I went through a health crisis myself. And so that imposter syndrome is real. So if you haven't gotten over that, please do the work to be able to do that, because people need your help. They need your help. And, if you have a story that can help people relate to you, it's only going to help them trust you more, really, honestly. My biggest issue when I first became an FDN, I still went out there and did it, but oh my gosh, I had so many fears that people would think I was a fraud and I was a fake, because I was still, I had gained 80 pounds while I was pregnant with my first child. I had complications with my first pregnancy as well. Which is why I'm passionate about this fertility thing, because I didn't realize how my body was not in the healthiest state. And I was very close to developing preeclampsia and having an emergency cesarean section to save me and my baby's life. So, I think we need to get over our fears of being seen. We need to get over our fears of being seen as an imposter, and get out there and help people, relate to them, use your story to relate to them, because they appreciate that a lot.
Yes, 100%. And I think that's why a lot of FDNs become FDNs, is because they have gone through their own struggles, and FDN really helps to change that. And, you know, people really do so much better when they can relate to your story and you can relate to them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And what about people out there who might be struggling to get results with their own health? Is there a piece of advice you'd like to share with them?
Yeah, I mean, I would highly suggest you work with an FDN, because we do things differently. There's a lot of different people that call themselves fertility coaches, and I feel like as an FDN, I offer more than a lot of other fertility coaches, because oftentimes seeing a nutritionist will do a little bit of good. You know, going to the gym and becoming more active will do a little bit more good. But when there's symptoms that are cropping up or you're not seeing the results that you are expecting, whether that's weight loss, whether that's pain management, whether that's fertility, whatever that may be, it could be anything. I think being able to take advantage of the advanced lab testing that FDN offers, it's amazing. The vast number of advanced lab tests that we can run. And it's so empowering to know what exactly is going on inside your body, so you can treat that one thing, right? And you're not like throwing, things at the wall hoping it'll stick. So, FDN is definitely going to help you really figure it out, understand your body, and help you, dig and figure out what's going on, so you know where you need to take action.
Yeah, test, don't guess is really, really a great motto, and it really can give you some answers as to what hidden stressors are going on in the body. They're really far removed from what is actually going on. So test, don't guess is really a fantastic option for a lot of our clients, for sure. Jennifer, thank you so much for being on the show today and sharing your insights with others about real long-term sustainable health results for your clients and for yourself. How can the audience get in touch with you again if they are interested in working with you?
Sure. You can get a hold of me on my website at jenniferkellycoaching.com, on LinkedIn at Jennifer Kelly Coaching, or Facebook at Jennifer Kelly Coaching. Pretty easy to find.
Fantastic. For those of you who are ready to become a next level health coach detective, so you can help others and yourself on a deeper level, you can schedule a call with one of the FDN course counselors at functionaldiagnosticnutrition.com/counselor, or you can enroll in the course at functionaldiagnosticnutrition.com/FB-Live, or you can go check out more about functional diagnostic nutrition at functionaldiagnosticnutrition.com. Thank you everyone for joining us today. Don't forget, drop the word fertility below and we will directly send you a link to register with one of the course counselors. Thank you again, Jennifer, for joining me. If you have any other questions, drop them in the comments and we will definitely reach out to you. But thank you again, everybody. We will see you next week on the Real Results Show.
Thanks.
Bye.